So it's 5:22 a.m. and I actually have enough bananas to make probably 12 loaves of banana bread to take out to my mother today, because we go and sit with her every Sunday. And most of the time I may go out there twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week, depending on what I have to do, or if she needs something out there. And my brother and sister, they were out there Friday, so she may have visitors 2 to 4 times a week. But I got enough to make 12 loaves of banana bread. These are bananas right here. I thought I had enough for 24 loaves, but this is just gonna do 12 loaves. These are the bananas I just put in the blender, and I always blend them. Blend them. So, in the banana bread, and this is I always do like double the ingredients. So it calls for like 1 stick of butter, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of white sugar, and of course I have 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1 cup of white sugar. And I'm just gonna mix this until it's well combined. And instead of 2 eggs, I'm doing 4 eggs, because I'm doing double the ingredients. So with the flour, it's this particular recipe says 1 1/3 cup, but the other one I used to use, it was something I pulled down from the internet many years ago, was 1 1/2 cups of flour. So this is 3 cups of flour, and it's 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. So the original recipe would be 1 1/3 cups or 1 1/2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So, and then I'm gonna put cinnamon in it, some cinnamon, and then semi-sweet chocolate chips. So I made sure I had all the flour, baking soda, salt, cinnamon well combined, and then I just added the chocolate morsels. And then you just pour it into the wet ingredient. And then I'm gonna use this to whisk the sour cream. So you just combine that really good. It's gonna thicken it up, of course. So when you finish it, it looks like cookie dough. Yep, it looks like cookie dough. So this is the sour cream, and before I add the banana, I'm gonna whisk this very good so you don't see the little white chunks in your banana bread. So you just whisk the sour cream until you have like a nice smooth consistency. Just nice and smooth. So I just put the bananas in there. I'm just gonna whisk this together. I don't know if one time I read that once you add the bananas, you didn't have to whisk it or just fold it over. I don't know, but once you have it kind of combined, then you just mix it with this one. Yeah, with the wet and dry ingredients. So So once you add the sour cream and bananas, the instructions are to like fold it in. So I'm going to do that. You just have to take your time and just kind of fold it in. Of course, I'm going to need 2 hands, but then I think I'm going to switch and use the spatula. So once you fold this in pretty good, then you just add it to your loaf pans or whatever baking pan you want to use. Now that I've cleaned up everything, I just have to put the banana bread in the loaf pans. So it's 7:35 a.m. and I took them out the oven, so I think I may have put them in right before 6:38. So maybe they were in the oven 50 minutes, close to an hour. So I'm gonna let them cool off, and then I'm gonna wrap them in saran wrap, and then I always use these little loop bags from Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 now. So this is the banana bread right here in the loop bag.